This video is going over Priority Standards 14 and 16 test review, so it's going to help you get ready for your test. Make sure you try these review questions on your own before you watch this video, because it's going to be very beneficial to try it on your own first. And then you can watch the video to check your answers, to see other strategies, or to get help if you really need help. But be prepared on the test. You don't get any help, so make sure you're doing the right thing. So put your name here. Which parallelogram has an area of 60 square units? So the area of a parallelogram is the base times the height. Remember, the base and the height need to form a right angle with each other. They're perpendicular with each other. So right here, I see this is 10, and I see here's my right angle, so my height is 12. So 10 times 12. Right away, I know that's not 60, but if you wanted to solve it, it's 120. But it has to be 60 square units, so it's not that one. For B, I'm going to pick 6 from my base because I see that this 10 forms a right angle with it. So 6 times 10 is 60, so that one works. And it's 60, I guess, units squared. Notice for C, the base is 15. Here's the square. The height is 12. 15 times 12 is not 60. D, the base is 6 and the height is 6. So that 10 is not the height. 6 times 6 would be 36, which is not the area. So it's only B. Just check all of them just to make sure you didn't mess up. And then you can obviously redo the areas to make sure you got it all the way right. Okay, for number 2, select all the parallelograms that have an area of 16 square units. Again, since it's parallelograms, we're doing area equals base times height. Again, the base and the height need to form a right angle, or they need to be perpendicular with each other. So I'm going to pick this side from my base. Remember, from dot to dot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My height, I'm going to draw my line right here because this is a right angle. And it's 1, 2, 3 units. 5 times 3 is 15 units squared. So I'm not picking that one because it needs to be 16. So A does not work. B, I'm going to pick the bottom because I can count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 units. And then I'm going to draw this line for my height because it forms a right angle. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times 4 is 16 units squared. So B is one of them. And it says select all. So select all usually means more than one. For C, I'm going to pick this side for my base because I can count the units. 1, 2. And then I'm going to draw a line to the opposite side that's at a right angle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this would be 2 times 8, which is 16 units squared. So this one works. And then D, we just have a square. The base looks like it's 4. The height looks like it's 4. 4 times 4 is 16 as well. 16 units squared. So D would work. So make sure you show your work and you don't just have the correct answer circled, but you've shown your work. Moving on to the next questions. Questions 3 and 4. So question 3 says the figure is a diagram of a wall. Lengths are given in feet. How many square feet of wallpaper would be needed to cover the wall? So how many square feet? So we're trying to find the area. I would start by cutting this up maybe into a rectangle and a triangle. So I'm going to find the area of this rectangle down here, and then I'm going to find the area of the triangle. So the rectangle's area, the base is 8, and the height, notice, is 6. So 8 by 6. So 8 times 6 would give me 48 units squared. And then we have to find the area of the triangle. So the triangle up here, let's switch colors, how about? So the triangle's base, if this is 8, then this is 8. And then I have to find the height. So it's not 9, but I know from here to here is 9. From here to here is 6. So I need to see 6 plus what is 9. And I know 6 plus 3 is 9, so the height must be 3. So I'm going to say, okay, the height is 3 and the base is 8. So to find the area of a triangle, we do base times height and then divide it by 2. So 8 times 3 is 24. 24 divided by 2 is 12 units squared. So we're going to add the parts. We have 48 and 12. 48 plus 12 equals 60 total units squared for that whole figure. So show your work, circle your answer. For B, the wallpaper is solid in rolls that are 2 feet wide. What is the minimum length you would need to purchase to cover the wall? So wallpaper is sold in rolls that are 2 feet wide. So let's think about this question for a second. So if they're sold in 2 feet wide, and we just found out, I guess we found out it's instead of units squared, it's feet squared. We need to divide our area by 2 to see how many 2 feet wide squares there would be. So I'm just going to do 60 divided by 2, which is 30. So I would need, the minimum length would be 30 feet. So that's like a more in-depth question. It's not surface area for this one. It just says, what is the minimum length, not area. Okay. Next one, select all of the triangles that have an area of 45 square units. So we do area of a triangle. Triangle area equals base times height divided by 2. Do not forget to divide by 2. And remember, the base and height as well need to form a right angle. So we have 6 and 15. So we do 6 times 15 divided by 2. 6 times 15 is 90, and 90 divided by 2 is 45 units squared. So this one would work. So I'm just going to circle the whole triangle, and you can make sure your work goes along with each triangle. This triangle, our base looks like it's 9, because I know there's a right angle, and my height is 8. This 10 is not helping us, so don't use it. So we do 9 times 8 divided by 2. So 9 times 8 is 72. 72 divided by 2 is 36 units squared. So not that one. This next one, I'm looking for the right angle. So if that's a right angle, that means this is a right angle with that dotted line. So I'm going to pick 9 for my base and 10 for my height. 4 is not either. So I do 10 times 9 divided by 2. 10 times 9 again is 90, and I know 90 divided by 2 is 45. So 45 units squared. So this triangle would work as well. This one at the bottom looks like the base is 15 because I see this right angle, and the height is 13. I already know 15 times 13 is going to be way too big divided by 2. So 15 times 13 is 195, and 195 divided by 2 is 97.5 units squared. So if you already see the base times the height divided by 2 is going to be too big, you don't need to finish it, but you can if you want. So this last triangle, we have 5 and 9. So 9 times 5 is 45, but we have to divide by 2. So a lot of people are going to pick this one because they're going to forget to divide by 2. But you are not going to be one of them because you are watching this video. Good job. So 45 divided by 2 would be 22.5 units squared. So please do not pick that one. It's only this one and this one. Okay, question 5. Question 5, what is the area of this parallelogram? And we know the parallelogram's area is base times height. So I'm looking for the square. I'm looking for this right angle always. And I see, attached to the square, the height looks like it's going to be 4. And I'm looking over here, the base must be 6. So if the base is 6 and the height is 4, X out this 5, don't use it. You don't need to use the 6 2 times. So 6 and 4. So we're just going to do 6 times 4, which is 24 centimeters squared because it is area. Next one, what is the surface area of the triangular prism? So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shapes we need to find the area of. Once we find the 5, then we're going to add it up into one big area, surface area. So I look at this rectangle. This rectangle is 10 by 5. So 10 times 5, which is 50 units squared. So there's one area, 50. This rectangle in the middle looks like it's 8 by 5. So 8 times 5 is 40 units squared. And you may recognize this one, and that's okay because we've done it before. But make sure you know how to do it. This other rectangle, this green one, Looks like the base is 6 and the height is 5. 6 times 5 is 30 units squared. So I'm going to add 30. So I need 2 more areas, which works out great because we have 2 triangles. So I'm going to find the area of one triangle, and it's going to be the same as the area of the other. So to find the base and the height, we look for that right angle. There's not a square here, but I know this is a right angle because it's just right at the corner right there. And I'm going to say, okay, the base is 8 because it's right there, and the height is 6 if you see that. 10 is a distractor because it is not connected to the base or the height. It's not forming a right angle, so don't use that 10, please. So we're going to do 8 times 6 and then divide it by 2. 8 times 6 is 48. 48 divided by 2 is 24 units squared. So this one's 24 units squared, and this is 24 units squared. So 24, 24. So we're going to add them all up. Add the 1, 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 4 plus 4 is 8. 5 plus 4 is 9. 9 plus 3 is 12. 12 plus 2 is 14. 14 plus 2 is 16. 168, and since it's surface area, we label it units squared. And make sure you showed your work, because you do not get credit if you just put 168. Question 9. Oops, we should be on question 7. Hold your horses. Okay, I might have to go back here. Hold on. So we're in question 7.